Ever wonder who voices some of your favorite animation characters? Or maybe you would like to give voice acting a try but don't know how to start? Then don't miss SonicCon, an audio theater convention hosted by Liberty University March 20th through the 22nd, 2020, featuring James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi, from Star Wars The Clone Wars and his one-man show, Talking to Myself. Plus, Katie Lee, the voice of Connie from Adventures in Odyssey. The convention features industry professionals, masterclasses, writing competitions, plus live radio performances. It's perfect for the entire family. Early registration going on now at sonic-con.org. That's sonic-con.org.
Hello everyone, this is JPO, and today I'm joined with
Christopher.
Yes, and welcome back to podcast name in brackets. So, Christopher.
Yes.
There's an obvious thing to point out here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if...
Everyone definitely can see it.
Yes, and so I'm going to...
No, they can't.
I know.
Because they're listening.
Of course. So let's describe this thing. I see that you have a pair of crutches there, and one of your foot is in a boot.
Yeah.
Tell me that story.
Listen, John, listen. You're imagining things right now.
I am.
Listen, you're imagining. They can't see, they wouldn't know. Okay? Listen, guys, it doesn't exist. John he has nothing to talk about for this episode. So thank you guys so much for listening. We'll catch you guys next time. So I work for Domino's, and sometimes if we're busy, I'll take out like 2 deliveries at a time.
Yeah.
If they're close to each other. On Saturday, we were so busy. During one run, I had to take out 4 deliveries.
Yeah.
That's insane.
4 deliveries.
In one trip.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not Domino's policy, but we had to do it because so short on people, and I mean we were getting these deliveries like late to people, so we had to like just double up no matter how far away apart the 2 deliveries were. But these 4 were around a pretty concentrated place, like just like a mile radius basically.
Okay.
2 of them were on the same street.
That's good.
One of them ordered the soda, one did not. I accidentally gave the house that did not order the soda. And when I got back to the car, I realized my mistake. And so you want to get these deliveries people at ASAP, right? Because they're waiting. And so I run back to the house to get the soda in the dark. In the process, I trip over a curb and really twist and smash my foot against the curb.
Yikes.
And so I didn't fall, but I stumbled and my foot definitely hurt. And that was the first out of the 4 deliveries. Yeah. So I did that, and it was so painful driving. But I was really hoping it wasn't that big of a deal, so I didn't even tell my boss that night. I was kind of limping around the store, but then when I got home and took off my shoe, I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna just be better the next day. Right. So I went to the doctor next day, told him what's up. They did an X-ray scan. They said no broken bones. They don't have MRI, so they couldn't really give me a further diagnosis. Okay. But basically, they had to just amputate. Yes. No. They had to, all right, obviously I'm in pain. Obviously, I'm not just... It's psychosomatic. They just basically had to write down on the thing, Christopher, I had this. And so that's what we got on, the doctor's note thing. Okay. So for, to tell the people at work. So yeah, I handed them the information. They let me off for a week. Yeah. What a life. What a life. What a life. What a life. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it takes about 3 times as long to get to places now. Did you get the soda back? Yeah, I did. Okay. They didn't drink it. Praise God. So that was all good. That's good. But, oh my gosh. So, yeah, it took me like 15 minutes to walk from the bus stop to my class
Yeah.
on crutches.
Yeah.
Gosh. When it usually would take me about 5 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be no bueno.
Ah, what a day.
What a day.
I mean, yesterday was a day too, but
Anyway.
yeah, it just listen. If you ever want to try to fake an injury, don't do crutches. Don't do crutches. That's like the first thing you'll probably think of. But such a pain. My hands are in pain.
No,
my arm is
yeah.
sore. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, you'll get an injury from faking one, so
Just don't get injured.
you're putting the work into getting injured, so
Exactly, it's not worth it.
I mean,
Besides, you could get paid at your job. You don't get paid for faking an injury, you know what I mean? So I wish I was working, I wish I'd be able to work, but I'm not able to. Darn it.
oh gee darn it. Can't drive around the pizza with a smell in your car.
Oh my gosh.
That's the worst.
You have no idea how bad my previous car smelled because of the pizza. It didn't even smell like pizza, but it smelled so bad.
But no, the pizza in the car smell is just ridiculous. Like, it will stay after you had the pizza out of the car, and so it's like, man, my car smells like pizza.
Yeah.
So it's like,
The car just had this really weird smell. So unexplainable.
yes.
But it existed.
This weekend we start working on Bedford Boys. Finally,
Like rehearsals?
yeah, the crew comes in, and we do Q to Q, which is everyone's favorite day.
What's Q to Q?
Q to Q is that you go from each cue. So you start and stop. You write down. You make sure the lights are what they need to be. You make sure the sound is what it is, and you write down, okay, this is where the sounds is. And so then you go to the next cue, and it's a really long process because you'll have to restart something, like stop. Okay, light down to 30%. Okay, let's do that. Stop. Bring back up for another 70. Okay, mark that down.
Wow.
And so it's like,
So basically, is it from every line, or you do it for every line or every scene?
not every line. It's like every.
Explain it. I mean, I kind of know what a cue is, but like,
A cue is when someone has to move to a different spot, or there's an entrance that comes in.
okay,
Something that causes something to happen, like a change in the lighting, a change in the sound effect. That's when it cues something, like a change or a bit.
okay,
And so that's an all-day process. So
like how, like all day.
on our schedule, so we start Q to Q on Friday night.
And you guys don't get any sleep at all.
And we'll be done around 10ish. But like Saturday is when we have Q to Q. Like for the big stuff, is we're doing the entire play, stop and stop, stop and go, stop and go. So we're gonna be there from 9 a.m. to about 10 at night. We're gonna be there all day, which is everyone's favorite day.
I bet.
Because after we do,
You get to like live in harmony and peace as you.
Because after we do our Q to Q, we're gonna run through the entire show
Oh wait, the same day.
the same day.
Oh my gosh, fun.
So, yeah. And depending on what your job is, it could be really tedious. If you're doing, let's say, if you're running crew, and you're doing
Like you.
like I was,
Oh, what are you?
I'm costume assistant.
Oh, okay.
If you're running crew and you're in a musical, that's the worst thing ever. Because you have to stop and bring everything back. And you have to bring them on a fast pace. So that's a fun time. It's it was easier as a sound assistant because I'm just sitting there most of the time, just like reading a book. Because I showed you a picture of that, didn't I? Yeah. And so I was just sitting there reading a book. They call my cue. It's like, okay, press this button, and I'll just name it. Okay, this is the first one here. Okay, and I'll write down I need to do this. So I don't know what's gonna be with costumes, but I think it's probably gonna be really tedious because they'll probably costume change, stop. Let's do that transition again. I had to get out of the costume, get back in the other costume, and do the transition again to get the timing right.
Nice.
And make sure everything's great. And so, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I spent hours this past couple of weeks sewing buttons. About 16 hours of buttons. Which was actually fun. It's like, I look forward to just coming in.
Did you get paid?
No, it's for
1 credit hour.
it's for my shop hours. I get a grade for it.
1 credit hour for a show.
Yeah.
You would think you would get more for all the work.
Not really. Because
Okay.
it's like, I mean, for an actor, you're spending a lot of time, but
For you, not as much?
yeah, for the crew, it's not as much. They come in for 3-4 weeks of the process, and the rest is just they choose what time they want to do 20 hours of work in the shop. And working in the costume shop is so relaxing,
That's good. I bet.
especially when you do 16 hours of just sewing buttons. It's so chill.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
It seems a little tedious.
I mean, sure, but it's the simplest thing to do, and it's better than just sorting through screws, honestly, because I'm sick and tired of sorting through screws.
So if you need anyone to sew buttons, you're the man for the job.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my own buttons at home. It's like that could be better.
I could have spent an extra hour.
I'm
Just bring my own thing.
I'm gonna make that thing look stronger. Yeah, and I was very thorough with the buttons, make
Good.
sure they were nice and strong.
Well, you should be, because you don't want
yeah,
CJ.
because whenever someone else has a button, I look at that. It's like, oh man, that looks
Ew.
that looks ugly.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah, like what were you thinking?
He
It's
should be
like,
fired.
I know you're trying to make it strong, but you also have to make it look pretty as well. So yeah,
You know who's actually gonna see this show?
yeah, war
Like-
veterans.
You need to do it right.
Yeah, it has to be accurate. We're being hammered for accuracy in this.
If you don't sew the buttons right.
oh no, that's not the case. It's just
Oh no, it is the case for me and John.
yes, war veterans get to come to the show for free.
And they want to see the buttons sewed on accurately.
Yes, and
That's what they're
and
gonna.
also their helmets have to be on properly, and their shoes and suits is on as well, because a soldier will look at that and say, that boy's got that thing on wrong.
Wow.
It's because, they've been drilled to have it right, so when they see it's not right, it's like, their instincts just kick in. So,
Right.
boy, you fix that thing right now.
Someone jumps up in the middle of the show. That ain't accurate.
That ain't how you do it, son. And so, yeah, I saw And Then There Were None this weekend.
And how was that?
It's a good show.
Sounds like it could be better. Well, yeah, it was a good show.
I mean, it's a good show.
But
I don't know. It's a good show.
no, there's more. Tell me more.
Well, something that I really like about it is the show actually has 2 endings.
2 endings.
There are 2 endings that are performed at different nights. This last week, what they did is the director said, okay, this show's got 2 endings, and I'm only going to tell one actor which ending we're going to do. And he flips a coin. It's like, okay. And he goes backstage and tells the actor. And based upon something that actor does, the ending is completely different. And so we have a good ending and a bad ending.
So, like, the actor does something and everyone else has to react to it.
The actor does something, and that tells the other actors, okay, this is what we're doing.
Why only tell the one actor instead of everyone?
Why only tell the one actor?
Yeah.
To makes it thorough, or something. I don't know. Adds to the mystery.
It's
Adds to the mystery where the other actors don't know how it's going to end themselves. Because that's kind of how it should be. Like,
true.
they should know, but
To a
yet they
degree,
should.
makes it more realistic.
It makes it more realistic to them.
Huh.
And so, while watching the show, I'm just trying to figure out who is it and what's the action. I figured out the who. I found out the action later, because Jonathan told me.
Who's the who?
The who is one of the last remaining characters.
Yeah, I didn't mean that much. Who's like?
I mean, you're not gonna know.
I'm not gonna see.
You're gonna know. It's like it's
The only person I know is Will Cloud.
It's an actress.
Actress.
It's an actress, Sydney Borchers.
Okay. No, I don't really.
You don't know her.
Probably not.
And the action is like they have.
Well, you don't have to tell me the action.
Oh,
You want to?
I kind of, because you're not gonna see the show.
I low-key do, but I don't think I will be able to. When's date's gonna pop up on the screen? Once I know I just saw Will, so I know there's a show tonight.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna be able to see it tonight.
So like this whole thing, they now have set dates about which ending they're gonna do. So this last week was just like a flip of a coin, which one you're gonna get. This one, we know exactly which one they're gonna do.
So are you gonna go see an alt ending?
No.
Why not?
I only need to see it once, and plus I don't want to spend more money.
You can't get a free ticket?
No.
No.
No, because here's the thing. I'm a seasoned subscriber, so I
okay.
get all of my tickets ahead of time.
But here's the thing, like if you go on the last day, like there's many people who don't show up and you can get in. That's what I've done.
Well, no, this play
Twice.
This play is kind of crowded. Like it's a popular play.
Okay. So there probably wouldn't even be tickets.
No, there will be.
Like
It's a big room.
big room.
Sorry, it's a big house, crowded house.
It's a big crowd house room.
Whatever. Yeah, you can get in. Because there's still the whole thing of other season subscribers not coming to the show.
Right. But then you don't know until
you come in.
well no, you don't know until like the show starts or something, isn't it?
Even like before, like they'll start being like,
Really?
okay, you can come.
Okay.
And I think they raised the price of tickets.
What?
Yeah, by a couple dollars.
Fun.
Which
Okay. Nice.
we gotta make money somehow. Which, it's not the best thing.
How much were they?
The last I saw was that for students, it's $11
Wow.
or $8.
That's expensive. Wow.
Maybe Liberty students is $8, and $11 is just for.
Well, from what I've seen, a normal standard would be like $5.
Yes, and that's how it was, but they had to recently raise the price up for something. I don't know why.
So like this is standard for like all plays, like $8.
I'm not sure.
But the specific play they had to raise prices again.
Yeah, but I think they might have changed the standard, which it's not the best thing in the world, but
Wow.
inflation, tax, and all that.
Frickin' inflation. Wow.
College-
How much is it
College life.
to be a seasoned subscriber?
Let's see. For me, because I'm a student,
Yes.
I can get it cheaper.
Right.
And so it's for me it's about $90 to $100.
Wow. Did not realize how much that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm required to come to all the shows anyway, so I might as well support it
Exactly.
and go to their gala at the end of the year.
So like season subscribers can go to that gala?
Yeah, season subscribers have a gala where they'll announce next year's shows.
Okay. Fun. $100. Is it like on the website? I kind of just want to look it up.
Yeah, like on the ticket office, you can purchase season subscriptions and whatnot.
Wow. $100.
It's definitely not worth it now because half
Not now, before. I'm just
in the beginning of the year.
maybe next year, but so this is for both semesters.
Yeah, for all semesters, and like you can get your seats reserved for what? Yeah.
Wow.
And so yeah, I'll need to know if you're coming to Bedford, boys.
Why? Why do you need to know?
Hmm?
Why do you need to know?
Well, because I have a ticket and it's
Oh,
set
you
for a
do?
specific date.
Oh, what day is this?
It's
I need to know.
I think the date I have it set for is Sunday at 3:00 on the 17th.
Probably can. 17th.
I think.
I'll have to request that day off.
But if
Or-
you have a specific date that you know you can, let me know.
I need to know. Let me look up that schedule.
All right. So you don't want me to know?
What do you mean?
You don't want me to tell you what the action is?
I don't think I'm gonna go see it, but let's just wait till the play is over.
Oh,
Let's do that.
oh,
What?
it's just
What?
I just wanted.
It's just. play it safe.
Actually, the action is not really gonna spoil you anything, but the action is actually. This is not really much of a spoiler, but there's like this. They have a gun on stage that fires blanks, and they'll actually fire the blanks.
What's a blank?
It's a blank is like it's a fake bullet.
Okay.
It's there to make noise,
Okay.
and so it's loud. And so, the action is the number of times you shoot the gun.
Interesting.
And based upon that number, we know if we're going to get one ending or another ending.
Wow.
And
That's so interesting. A play having two alt endings like that.
well, that's because, like,
Why?
well, the person wrote the book first,
Right.
and then they wrote the play. And they had different endings for the book and the play. Because something was just better stylized in the play. And so when they were
Why
doing,
didn't you guys stick with the play? I'm sorry.
Well-
I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
well, that's what we were doing. And then they found out that there's two different endings, and they thought, wait a minute, we can make this good and have two different endings as well.
That's so interesting.
That way, we could keep the mystery going, where we don't know which ending we're gonna do. I think that's a really neat idea, and it's cool.
It is a neat idea. This is so hard to know which day is gonna work. best.
But tell me, just tell me soon. You don't have to tell me now.
Right. This is so interesting.
Yeah.
Are there any other plays coming up that you're interested in?
That I'm interested in? Not specifically, no. I will see if I'm working on anything next semester.
I wish that I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish there was one on like Monday night because I have all Mondays off
Monday
for
night.
for the Edge, but there
Yeah.
isn't. But,
Right.
like, because I already have that off for the Edge, so I don't have to like say for work, hey, I don't want to work that night.
No, we don't have a Monday night.
It's, no, Monday or Tuesday nights.
Or, no, we don't. At least I don't think we do. Did you check the schedule on
Yeah.
for the shows? Okay.
No Monday or Tuesdays.
School groups only. I don't
But
know.
that's 10 a.m.
But what is that?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that because it means I had to fill out an excuse form.
Really?
It's at 10 a.m. on a Monday and Wednesday, I think.
No, it's just Wednesday.
There are 2 days. On my schedule, I have it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Here it's just Wednesday.
Then it's for one is specifically for something. The other's I don't know, but
Interesting.
I have to fill out a form.
Well, I mean, it's a Liberty thing, so they should let you, but that's no
Yeah,
fun.
that's. I mean, I'm filling out a form anyway because I have to miss 2 classes.
Wow.
One before and one when the play ends. I could make it to one when the play ends, but I don't know.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
It's a good excuse anyways.
let's see.
Interesting. Oh. Did you, so you're,
I'm registered for next semester.
oh, that's not what I meant, but Sonic Con, so you're going to be helping? Like,
I don't know.
You didn't apply yet?
I did.
Did you purchase or are you
I have.
volunteering?
I already have my ticket, so I'm going no matter what.
Okay.
But I put in I put in the application. They're looking through it now.
Okay.
I'll hear word eventually.
And then for, I'm sorry. So registering classes, so you said you registered for classes.
I registered for classes.
How many hours?
I am taking 15.
So right now I'm only registered for 9 because one is waitlisted and I'm probably not going to be able to get into that class because
Okay.
that class only has like 20 people. And I'm number 15 on the wait list. So
I
it's
see.
pretty much like I'm not going to get in that class.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. So we will see.
What class is that?
Stitchy 290.
Oh.
So the thing is, like, there's some classes where it's more just for audio and other classes just for video.
Yeah.
This class is both audio and video. So there's an extra flood of students who want that class, so, which is fun. So, yeah, we'll see what will happen. It's just, I probably will have to literally take a random class just so I can hit 12.
Well, not a random class, like some that fits with your DCP.
No, literally, there's nothing that fits right now with my schedule.
Then I wouldn't suggest getting a random class then.
I need to get 12, or else I don't get
Oh,
for free.
okay, I see.
So
Because you need to reach that limit.
yes.
Okay.
So one that slightly piqued my eyes was a class in world religions, but that's probably going to involve papers and writing. But I need to get another class in, so it's probably
Alright.
my only choice. Sucks that I've done all my gen eds at this point.
Have you
kinda-
sure you done all your gen eds? Because there's
Yeah.
a lot more.
I'm pretty much done with most of all my gen eds.
All your sciences and
Yep, got science done.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that kind of,
Because you work during the summer.
yeah. It wasn't my idea. And now I'm suffering for it.
Yeah. I see.
Oh my gosh. It was more my dad's idea. And to some degree, it was smart. For sure. But at the same time, worked way too ahead on it. That now, at this point, it's like I might have to pay for a semester. Unless I do, a random class. Because I've knocked out all my gen eds, basically.
Yeah.
And now there's nothing to register for. And also part of it is the fact that just with family life and scheduling, I can't take morning classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I actually could in reality. But because of family life, I can't. And so
I see. Yeah.
I'm a little frustrated about it.
Yeah.
And I registered ideally on time. Actually, so because I'm junior by credit, so
You're junior.
Right, I am a junior and junior by credit, but like if you're
which means
ahead,
nothing.
but if you're ahead in credit, like I'm a senior in credit but junior by year, then you can register as a senior, right?
I know.
But I had to wait.
Yeah. Because last semester I was a junior by credit.
Right.
Somehow.
Exactly, that was weird. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be easier to just like get a random class. It seems like it's gonna be a little harder.
Getting a random class. It depends.
It does. Wait, I just thought of a random class.
Theater classes.
I almost took Theater 101.
Theater appreciation. Which
I don't remember. But it was with Nelson.
with Nelson. Really?
Yeah, almost took it. It was more just like a placeholder credit thing that I had to take. That I had to put on my assist account, but I dropped it in favor of a different class.
Right.
It was a random class, basically.
Yeah, it was a random class.
That's not at all.
Appreciation for theater.
I don't know.
I think
There's-
think
yeah.
that's what it was.
It had to be acting 101.
Are you sure?
Pretty positive.
Like
'Cause
what?
I would have not taken theater appreciation. It would have been acting.
When was this? When was this?
Yeah.
Like, was this like freshman year?
No, it was sophomore year.
Okay. It's a good distinction because they changed their whole.
Really?
They changed all their class numbers, and so
That's weird.
because they changed their entire program.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
they changed the program to something more professional and like gives you more stuff, more options.
Right.
And so that was implemented my freshman year, and so I was able to continue with the old DCP. However, I just switched to a different one because
Yeah, it was too confusing.
well, no, it wasn't too confusing. Just I wasn't at the standard where I needed to be to continue going under the old TCP, so I switched to something else. So yeah, and the new one offers you just different stuff
That's
and
interesting.
much more stuff, and it's a whole process.
So the thing is, for my major, like I have a lot of opportunities for like random classes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't know about you theater people, but like on my DCP, I have about like 9 to 15 credit hours.
have you
that I
taken a
could rent.
language
No, but I'm not gonna.
ASL?
It's not a bad idea, but I don't think I would.
Anyway,
That
I was required to take a language course, so I took Spanish. So
I kind of remembered a coworker at work kind of was like, because like I took some other class instead of Government 200, and he's like, you missed out because Government 200 is one of the best classes you could ever take. So I might look into that.
Government 200.
Yeah. Because he was talking about how good it was.
Yeah, but
Then again, he's a political nut.
yeah, I probably wouldn't do anything like that.
Hopefully it's not hard. I'll ask him about it again.
Anything with politics or just the structure of politics. It's like, nah, I'm good.
No, I understand. But at the same time, I need a class to take, you know?
I had enough of that in high school history.
If I don't have to write a lot for Government 200,
You probably do.
I'll I know someone, because I did register for the class, but I dropped it. I know someone who was in that class, and provided she didn't drop it, I'll probably just ask her thoughts.
There's youth ministries.
I don't want to do youth ministries. I hate kids.
I mean, the class is fine.
What's the class like?
It's chill.
Like, what class was it like?
It's youth ministry 1, like the first class.
What do you do? What do you learn? Nothing.
Which is why it's a good class.
Like-
Oh, no. You do learn, like, how to structure a youth ministry, like, different ideas for youth ministries, but it's so chill. It's kind of easy. And that's the one that I had to go to like a football game.
That's funny. Youth ministry is basically just 101.
201, I think.
That'll be interesting. Just taking an easy class.
Yeah, it's like a discussion-based class.
Very interesting.
And like, especially if you do that class, you should take Derek Idle. Because like he's what makes it chill.
Okay.
Cool. He makes the conversational, he tells stories.
Mm-hmm.
He's an interesting guy. So
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, look into that. If you just need something to get your hours up there.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something.
What's something?
None.
Oh, I get it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we were talking about Netflix earlier.
Yes.
And that whole fiasco that's going on now.
It's gonna die.
It's really... I'm so surprised how soon it's going downhill.
I can't believe what they're doing to themselves.
Yeah, if you guys...
Like, some of them, definitely not their fault. Other things, what were they thinking?
If you guys have not heard that Netflix is not only $4 billion in debt...
Or more.
Honestly,
could be at 5.5 at this point.
Possibly. They're now, like, going to be taking themselves off of certain devices.
Which makes... Like what devices?
So far, they've announced, like Samsung TV, like smart TV stuff. That was the first announcement. Today, I found out that they're going to take themselves off of the Roku, which is a really popular thing that Netflix is on. And that's part-time how I use Netflix. And so...
What are they thinking?
Well, they're running out of options. Like, they're losing their shows. Like, today they announced that they're going to lose a whole chunk of, like, Planet Earth, like, documentary type stuff that they... Apparently it's popular or something. You're losing that. And so...
I feel like at this point, the corporations just want Netflix to die, so they're just almost just taking stuff off.
Well, no, like, because they saw that Netflix was really profitable, and so they decided to do their own thing.
Oh, I get it.
And so...
The thing is, now there's so many streaming services, you can't subscribe to all of them, you know what I mean?
Like, if you do, it's about $90 a month.
Who's gonna do that?
People who pay $100 a month for cable. It's like, I don't need cable no more. I got streaming services.
Yeah, but then, like, when you have access to one...
Here's the thing. How I would do it is, like, I would have access to one, watch what I need, unsubscribe, go to a different one.
A lot of people are probably going to do that.
Yeah, because that's really the smart move. Like, even though, you know, you really want to watch things weekly and they're on different services, it's like, you can wait, honestly.
Yeah. Wow.
And, you know, Disney Plus is coming out next week, which I'm excited for.
Are you going to sign up for that?
Yes.
Everyone's going to sign up for that.
Well, because they have at launch, they're going to have so much stuff.
Right.
And, like, we have a new Star Wars TV show that's coming out the day it launches. And it's like, that's something to look forward to.
Right.
And it looks like a really good show. So
wow.
That's exciting, because I don't own a lot of the Disney stuff.
Right. So
it's like,
able to stream it.
I want to watch that.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Like, I haven't seen that in ages. Now I can watch it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is a smart move on their part.
Because Disney also has Marvels and Fox, which they get Simpsons now.
And so, I'm trying to think. So I hear that it also comes with like Hulu and ESPN.
Like if you can get it Disney Plus, but for like an extra $6, you can get Hulu and ESPN for $12 a month.
I'll probably only just do Hulu, honestly.
Just Hulu by itself.
Yeah.
Hulu by itself costs $12, I think.
And that's basically already the 3-pack deal. It's about $12.
If 3-pack too, you get Hulu, but it's Hulu with ads on it.
But if you do Hulu $12 just by itself, it's without ads?
I think so.
That makes sense. Why are there ads if you have to already pay for it?
Well, if it's ads on the 3-part deal, it makes sense because it makes up the money that they're losing.
I know, but sometimes even you get just a normal Hulu thing.
Yeah,
know.
it gets them more money.
See you later.
Yeah.
Ads, that's how it is. So yeah.
I mean, if you're paying money, you just
Plus,
want it out. You know what I mean?
Disney Plus is like
Because like YouTube, it's like, oh, I already access it for free. Not a ton of people. No, there are, I bet, a ton, but not a ton are gonna be like, I'm gonna pay just so I can get rid of the ads.
for YouTube Red.
Right.
YouTube
Like
TV.
a lot of people already just tolerate it. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, the ads. If you just get like an ad block, it doesn't make any difference.
Smart.
Like ads just take it away because I don't even use it for that. It was just like, oh, that's a plus side.
I didn't.
And then I watch YouTube on like a device and there's like a bunch of ads. It's like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah. But ads are the way to make money.
Yeah.
Like if I have a YouTube channel.
Not
well,
much
no, I
money.
do have a YouTube channel, but like once. But yeah, especially me using a lot of copyrighted content. It's just. I want to be able to transition to be able to do content.
Yeah.
That's not so heavily reliant. I do feel like I still will have to do reactions just because that's what people signed up for. But I want to be able to do content that people will appreciate if they sign up for the reactions in the first place.
Right. Give myself some water here.
How many bottles of water do you carry around with you?
2.
2?
Yeah, because I'm not here long.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I drank this much.
Well, it's good though.
Yeah. It's good I'm drinking.
It's good that you're drinking.
Yes.
But don't drink and drive.
But yes, in terms of streaming service with Disney Plus, they're doing smart.
They are.
They're making it so cheap. Like,
Because I guess they know that a lot of people
compared to everything else, like this is like one of the cheapest things out there.
Right.
Like,
How much is Apple TV thing?
I think Apple TV is slightly cheaper
Okay.
by $1.
But probably less.
I don't even know what Apple
exciting.
TV has.
I feel like they're going to focus more on the original content.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
Well, Peanuts. What? Peanuts. Cute little Snoopy.
Yeah, I mean that was fine, the original stuff, but I don't need any new stuff. Besides, they're gonna change it up. It's not gonna be what it was.
You don't know that. Did you watch the Peanuts movie?
No. But here's the thing.
What?
I know things change.
I know things can change, but you can have a proper evolution while still staying true to the original.
It's really rare, and even then, there's still a lot of changes that are not really good and more too modern. Like, really, yeah. Comparing many
you didn't see
TV
an
shows.
episode, so you can't. I know, but Peanuts,
Like
I
here's the
feel
thing. That's an example that I don't really know about.
Right. I feel like just because like with the Peanuts movie, they tried real hard to like stay faithful to like the original vision of Peanuts.
Which is a good idea.
Like even down to like the shots. Like
Yeah.
if Schultz did not design something like this, they didn't do that in the movie. You know.
Yes.
Like they kept even the shots. The only real significant difference was the fact that it was 3D animation.
Yes. Which
It worked.
it's not something that I look really finds appealing. So, yeah. So
it's way better than the new Blue's Clues. I mean, I didn't watch a full episode.
yeah,
of that
I mean,
new thing.
just the design alone is just not appealing to me.
The new Blue honestly does look cute, but like similar to like Peanuts, they even try to keep the frame rate the same. But it's just
It's so jarring. Like
it is very jarring.
Like they want to CGI everything. It's
But
like
the thing is, it's like CGI 10 frames per second. It's like that.
I see.
Now, it worked for Peanuts, first off. It worked for the Peanuts movie because that was the whole movie. It was all CGI.
Yeah.
With Blue's Clues, before they had more of the flat animation, and it wasn't necessarily like 10 frames per second. Probably a little slower
Yeah.
than a normal 24, but it wasn't like 10 frames per second. But the new with the CGI, it's really slow. It's really jarring. It's really disturbing. It's like, why? What are you guys thinking?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and so just
Painful.
modern remakes or modern continuations.
Now there can be good ones, but
There can be good ones, but like more often than not, they're not that great. Like they try to be good, but yet they miss the point that was the original.
right. But it can be done.
It can be done. Star Trek, on the other hand, you don't know anything about that whole.
I do not.
No. No, there was this new TV show for Star Trek called Discovery that came out recently, a couple of years ago.
And was that good or not?
No, because it's not good because it goes against what the
Star-
original series like had established. It breaks all that continuity, and it's just not that good of a show. It's I don't want to use the term PC. Like I think that's just a stupid term that I
Right.
think people point to, but it's a platform that they use to push like some kind of agenda.
No, that's sad. 'Cause,
For
like you want
to
to.
push some kind of like equality type movement, which wasn't there in the original, and they would establish that in the original.
So there's more like females.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the main character is a female captain, and this is a prequel series.
Uh-huh.
However, in the original series, they said females cannot be captains,
But yeah, that doesn't make
and
sense.
actually, there's hundreds of more continuity errors that they try to.
Work, but it just,
They try to. Their excuse for that is like, oh, this whole thing is classified, which is dumb because it doesn't actually answer everything.
it's so.
It's a whole
I can't.
mess. Like I didn't really find that appealing, the show itself. So, I prefer the original
No, I
and the
understand.
Next Generation because they're basically that whole older thing because they had the same vision from the same people.
Right.
Whatever.
Weird.
I mean, I'm not a big Star Trek fan.
Right.
But
But
I-
that was serious enough.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah. So you like
And
Star
then-
Wars better?
Yeah, I do. It was my.
When are
my
they gonna
thing.
release Star Wars Trek?
Never. I hope no. That would just be too much. Like, as fun as crossovers are, that's one I don't want.
How about Star Trek Wars?
No. Yeah, no, I don't want any crossovers between. No. Like it has to be its own thing.
How about Trek Wars?
No. Sorry, Christopher, but like you don't know what you're saying.
It's so true.
It's so true. Like you have no idea what you're even implying.
There should be VeggieTales and Peanuts crossover. I'm kidding. I didn't even try to think about that.
I don't even know how that would work.
That would be funny. Hey Bob, I have a new dog.
I mean,
His name's Snoopy. It's still funny when you think about it.
It's
It's like Snoopy and Larry. The Snoopy and Larry show.
yeah.
That'd be so funny.
Oh no, what'd be even worse? It would be VeggieTales and the Annoying Orange.
Oh my gosh, no.
Like-
I haven't even seen the full thing. I've just seen clips on that just looks gross.
The Annoying Orange, like they're like 5-minute episodes.
It just looks gross.
I haven't seen that thing in years. I remember when I watched it a lot when it first came out.
Did you like it?
I did. It was entertaining
Really?
for the first few years, and it got really old because there's really nothing different. It started
Are
out.
they still?
They're still doing it.
Are they still like getting views and such?
Yeah, like not as much as they did. But
Obviously.
they're still getting at least, I think, at least 10,000.
10,000 views.
Yeah, they used to be in the millions, but
Not too bad.
it's not.
But it definitely shows their lack of ability.
Yeah,
to
like they've
improve
definitely
and grow.
they've definitely moved on.
Right.
Like from
Like
what
to
they-
other projects?
No,
or-
they've definitely just the ship has sailed for that being the best thing ever. It could come back, but really,
Well, you'd have to evolve properly.
and plus, you know, they have evolved from becoming more.
Empowering.
It just seems more like a studio thing now. Like before, it just seems like an independent thing. Now it seems like they're it's
More
like
produced.
They're more produced, which is just like, which is like less enjoyable
Yeah, I understand.
because you know they got. Yeah, that's that fun stuff.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
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 Let's see.
What do you mean? Let's see. We're at 52 minutes.
I just wonder if there's like any more things we can add here.
I don't know.
Because, you know, I just want to add, I don't know, another 10 minutes. or
What
so.
what other amazing cringy things could we do?
Can we talk about? I mean, I think we finished the conversation about the streaming services.
What if there was a... This is so weird.
This is okay?
Star Wars and Bible Man. That's just weird. Like, I don't even know anything about Star Wars, so I just know off the bat that's not going to mix well.
No, just separate Star Wars from anything that's from our normal world.
No, I'm not going to do that. But I think what would actually be better is Bible Man and Lord of the Rings. I think that works better than Star Wars and Bible Man.
No, it doesn't.
Why not? It'd be funny.
Bible Man,
This
Bible
is
Man and
funnier.
VeggieTales.
Listen. Bible Man and Lord of the Rings
Do
is
not-
actually funny. You think about it. It's funny.
But it just takes away from what was the good story of the Lord of the Rings.
I don't care if it takes away. It's funny.
I don't.
It can be a one-off 30-minute, home to DVD whatever show.
I don't like the idea.
I don't
of it,
care.
though.
It's funny.
I don't think so. Though.
It's just pure comedy. It's funny.
It's not what's supposed to be, though. Bible Man needs to come back, though, in a live-action role.
I don't. My assumption, if it does, it's not going to be good.
Like no, like it needs to come back, and we need to put effort into it, make it good.
Yeah, we'll have to get. Here's the issue. So Phil Vischer mentioned this about like Christian content.
Yeah.
Is the thing is that we're so reliant on what was the past that we're not able to like new stuff is not able to thrive because there's no money, you know. But like VeggieTales, that was a brand name from 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why it's still able to continue. He says if in 25 years VeggieTales is still the biggest thing, that's a serious issue because that shows that we're not able to do anything new. Obviously because there's a lack of money, but because VeggieTales is still basically the strongest force in Christian media content. You know what I mean? For kids.
Which it doesn't really have to change.
Well, but you probably should look up the interview from him. But he makes a good point though, because like Blue's Clues came back around. But I mean, you just think about like some of these older shows. They had their time, they went away. Some of them have resurgences, right? Like Blue's Clues. But it's not like, there's nothing else going on for kids. We have to bring Blue's Clues back. But that's the case for the Christian kids media industry, you know what I mean? There's nothing else going on, right? Yeah. There have been like little offshoots that happen for like a couple episodes or something, but never took off like VeggieTales or even Bible Man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and if something is strong.
But the thing is that even if it's strong, there's no money to keep it going. You know what I mean?
Well, where does that come from? There's no money to keep it going.
Well, especially today, everything's so YouTube based. You know
right.
What I mean?
Okay.
So
I see.
Like it's already hard enough to sell DVDs. It's even harder for Christians to sell Christian content. Right. Yeah. So it's basically you have to upload it on YouTube for free for everyone to see, basically.
Yeah, and Los Toditos, the series that I worked on, that's it's free online.
Right.
And they're trying selling DVDs of it.
But they're probably not going to be able to sell many or any. You know what I mean?
I mean, they probably will.
A few, but like if it's already free online, to some degree, what's the point? What do you mean?
You have it on a physical copy.
Not many people even care about their own physical copy these days.
I don't know.
I know, listen, I'm old school too, okay? Like, I love having my own CD of an album. But at the same time, I do have Spotify. If I don't love it, I'm not going to buy it. If I really love it, I will consider buying it, but there's no guarantee I will.
Yeah.
And even if I do buy it, I might just resort to a digital copy and not a physical. But there's so many people who don't even download their music anymore. Like, some people are like, they're shocked when they find out that I even have music on my phone when there's no Wi-Fi connection. They're like, how do you have that? Like, downloads, duh. Like, there's so many people who just don't. It's so old at this point. And if you are not a force like Disney, you're not going to sell many.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's reality today.
Right.
So
I know. I just think that Bible Man could be utilized so much better.
It can be utilized way better. You feel even better than Genesis? I mean, Power Source was weak.
Like Genesis. Which one was Genesis?
That was with Willie Ames.
Tell me which one that was.
I don't know. They did 12 episodes with Willie Ames.
But what time frame? Like, when did it come? Before or after Power Force?
Before Power Source. Genesis, duh. It's not going to be like...
Was it the first series?
First series.
Of Bible Man ever?
Well, okay. No, not the first ever. Because the first ever was basically the Bible Man show.
Yes.
When kids were basically... It was almost... It was like... Almost like for 5-year-olds.
Like,
with the occasional fight scene.
What? Tell me, what popular episodes are from Genesis?
Okay, here's the deal. So, like, here's the deal. So, like, the very, very first Bible Man show, like, the episodes that are still available today are Six Lives of the Fiddler and Shattering the Gauntlet, but basically the Gossip Queen episode. Those are today categorized as Genesis, but I disagree with that. It's the Bioman show.
Okay.
Genesis is shadowed out. I know most of these. Conquering Wrath of Rage, Dr. Fear, Prince of Pride, Breaking Bounds, Disobedience, Leaders Not into Temptation, Jesus the Savior, The Light in Darkness, Divided We Fall, and then kind of like the mid episode, Fight for Faith, which led into Power Source with Josh Carpenter.
Right. Okay, so from that, I know the Prince of Pride.
Yes, that's
based
a
on
classic.
that. They spent a lot of effort on their costume production and some set production.
Yes.
However, a lot of the writing is weak. A lot of the comedy is weak.
That's one of my favorite episodes, honestly, though.
It is. Like, it's a good episode.
I just love, like, in the middle of their fighting, they all of a sudden just start playing Go Fish.
Like,
Crack.
as interesting, as, like, funny as that is, when you take it down, you pick it apart, you need something that needs to be consistent and fundamental, not pathos and breaking the fourth wall.
Well, but I mean, that was kind of Bioman always breaking the fourth wall for the fun of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, there's some degree where, like, they were self-aware that if they didn't, Bibleman would have not been as good. That was one of the main weaknesses with Power Source, is that they tried too hard to look professional, while basically on every single level they did not, and they never broke the fourth wall, basically. Not as much as Genesis did. They really did in Power Source. So, like, their set design was really bad, at least compared to Genesis.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks nice, but it was not what Genesis was. Script writing was way worse than Genesis. Costumes were decent. But, like, I felt like for what Bibleman was, it couldn't be what Star Wars is, you know? It couldn't be, like, so cinematically like Star Wars. I feel like that kind of takes away some of the joy from Bibleman. It had to be
let's not use Star Wars as an example, because that's like a movie series with millions of dollars put into it. So let's put it into, like, TV shows.
But I'm saying, like, even VeggieTales is very self-aware in breaking fourth wall.
Which,
you know what I mean?
that one from...
It works. It's for kids. That's the reason. You have to make it entertaining for the adults, too.
Yeah. But VeggieTale makes more sense in terms from how it is, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I kind of see that. But I feel like Bibleman still did it in a way.
Like,
Because
Bibleman seemed like to be more stylized towards a more serious tone. However, it didn't take that. Like, the way things looked seem...
Because I feel like how already, like, I know the script writing isn't... I'm not great at script writing. Okay?
Right,
I'm not,
no.
like, you know, that's not... I focus on music because that's what I know more about. I feel more comfortable critiquing music than scripts because I'm just not a movie person. I'm not... I will either take it or leave it when it comes to movies, basically, right? And if I have my opinion, like, I have no problem fighting about music. When it comes to movies, I just don't want to even fight. I just don't like movies. I just hate it all. But Bioman, yeah, I could probably agree. Script writing, not the strongest. Genesis, but like I said with Power Source, they tried too hard. Script writing was worse, and they just, I don't know, just for what, because it is for kids, right? If it was to be Star Wars, which, not to say that kids don't watch it, but it was an actual cinematic, you know, thing. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Don't try to compare it to Star Wars too much, but I'm just saying, like, Bibleman, it being for kids, it wasn't made to be ultra cinematic.
Star Wars was also for kids. The original series.
Really?
Yes.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, and that's how it's made.
What are they rated? PG?
Yeah, PG.
Okay, but
PG for that time period. And there, you know, it took itself seriously, and they put this effort into it, and it worked out.
I mean, yeah, I've never seen Star Wars,
Compared to what they try to do with Star Wars today for kids, it's like they dumb things down because they think...
Really?
Yeah.
See, okay, you're right. I can't compare it to Star Wars because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like, things are dumbed down in kid shows. because they think kids cannot. They're not entertained by just normal serious stuff.
And there's a balance. There's a balance.
There's definitely a balance. However, just the way they choose to do it, most shows nowadays, is just like it's not very good. They're dumbing it down because they think this is quality content, and like that's what's hurting a lot of Star Wars today, in my opinion.
I did not know Star Wars was intended for kids. I thought it was intended to be a movie. You know what I mean?
It is.
I know it's intended to be a movie, but I mean, like, I did not know that it was that they were actually trying to gear for kids.
Like it would, yeah. Like it's a movie, but you know that it's for kids, but also for adults. Like that's.
But even VeggieTales was for kids and for adults. You know
yes.
what I mean?
However, I think the humor there was much more sophistically clever in how they did things because they're vegetables.
Right.
They can get away with a lot of things. Whereas.
Okay, so like, have you seen stuff like Batman?
Yes.
Such. How compare that to Bible Man, because that's more, I guess, to some degree, a more proper.
Batman? Like.
Oh, I don't even know. Stupid me. I don't even know, John. I don't know.
Like, are we talking live action or cartoon?
Okay. Let's just say anything before the 2000s, because that's definitely because any inspiration Bible Man got from Batman, it was before the 2000s.
Okay. Yeah. So there's this. Yeah.
So it's just like, I know there's probably many different iterations, both live action and cartoon. So I assume, yeah, there's definitely going to be some differences, but I guess you can pick it apart from each side. But I know there are probably even different iterations of different cartoons and different live actions.
Yeah. So the
but
cartoons,
probably just like to some degree overall. Like, how do you feel like it's probably influenced Bible Man? How do you feel like Bible Man could have done?
I think Bible Man is influenced by the 60s Batman.
60s Batman.
Where it was campy.
Yeah, let me look at you strange. I'm sorry.
Sorry. It was definitely campy, you know.
What do you mean campy? Like for camp kids?
It's definitely a more kid-friendly thing.
Okay.
It was goofy.
It was goofy.
But it was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch. So, Bible Man is not fun to watch.
I'm not saying that.
Like, we both agree it's, deep down, it's a good concept.
So, here's the thing. I think we really need to actually take a look at it and compare. Because right now, I can't say for certain, because I've not seen Bible Man in its entirety for a really long time.
Right.
Whereas I can remember the old Batman, because I've seen it a lot, and I see it more often. Like, let's just show you the pictures here for Adam West Batman.
Adam West Batman. Adam West Batman.
Yes.
You know what? If I look, I'm gonna do it incognito, because if I do a normal thing, they're gonna constantly show me things about it, and I'm like, no, I'm just one time. I'm not like crazy about it. Adam West Batman. Like, I do know, like, the Batman costume was, or at least one of the Batman costumes was inspired by this, because like I could show you.
Right.
Bible Man.
Where it was basically back in the 60s, when they have like Star Trek and the Batman, a lot of their stuff there were sets,
like,
and of course,
see that, like how they really kind of took that from Batman. I mean, that's the closest Bible Man.
What specifically? Just
the helmet, I guess.
The helmet's.
I mean, it's not completely...
Not this one. The helmet looks more like a more modern Batman.
Really?
Yeah. The old Batman was just cloth. And it was silly. It was basically it's hard to describe without actually showing you stuff from it. So
Okay. Sorry. All right. Adam West Batman. This is that.
yes.
What should I look?
Let's look at pictures. Like it was definitely a kid show.
No, I mean I wouldn't know.
A kid show with
Like I would just assume, oh, it's 60s. This is all they could do.
like 60s. There was only so much that they can do with the costumes and like their sets, and so they decided to make it like simple, like that, and it worked out really well.
But I still wouldn't. I wouldn't look at this and say, oh, it's a kid show. You know what I mean?
Right, and I guess I shouldn't say kid show, because it's a family show.
Oh, it's a family show.
Because like back then in the TV for that, you'd watch down with the family and you watch it together. Like a lot of the lines are cheesy and make no sense, but it's funny because it's just for what it is. Like
Why are so many of these pictures just so similar?
Huh?
I feel like so many of these pictures are very similar.
yeah, because that's how they are. Especially like when they have their movie, there's this iconic image of Batman just holding this giant fake-looking bomb. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. He's running around with that, and like he's trying to get rid of it. Like every around the corner, he's like, "Oh no, I can't get rid here. There's nuns here." It's like, "Oh no, there's a baby. I can't throw him to the river because there's a bunch of ducks there." So, and so he has.
What does he do?
He's like, huh, so, like what? Like some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. It's just these funny lines. What he does, I don't. Somehow he gets out of it, and the bomb explodes, and he's fine. That's how it is. Like I got the bat shark repellent type thing. And he's fighting this rubber shark. He takes out like this like bug spray thing. It sprays the shark, and it's silly.
It does sound
It's
silly.
goofy, but it was fun and entertaining. It's still something that's
That's
fun to
to watch today.
yes.
It's interesting. So, like you said, it's been a while since you've seen Bible Man, so you can't really do a full comparison.
I can't do a full comparison.
But you feel like that Batman was better than Bible Man you saw.
I mean, yeah. Because Batman is based upon the comics. And, you know, taking the whole comics world into the TV, there's just this whole array of fun characters. Bible Man, you're creating your own thing from scratch, so you don't have something to take it
But
from.
Batman had to be created from scratch in the first place.
Yes.
I guess he did a better job.
Yes, and like from that time, Batman was like 10 years old or something when they created the series. Actually, even longer, because so he was already established. He wasn't taken seriously as a character until the 80s.
Yeah, this is why I don't like.
Yeah,
it's
it,
very
like-
fascinating to hear about this stuff, but
Yeah,
I prefer to argue more about music since I
Yeah,
feel
it's-
I don't know a lot about music, but like I feel like that's kind of where more of my
yeah.
things
There's
are.
one
I
of
can't
those
argue
things
when
that
it
you
comes to
like.
TV.
It'd be fun to argue about, but it's like I don't really know enough, and I don't know if what I'm saying is correct. So
Well, you know more than me.
yeah, even then, I still don't really know anything.
No, I understand.
So I don't know what their mindset was behind the scenes, so I can't assume anything.
Oh yes, you can. You don't want to.
I can, but I can't assume that it's correct.
You have to start somewhere.
Like that's what you call like your theory, your headcanon. Like I think this is how it is, but I can't really say that's the truth. Like this is what I want it to be. It's more kind of what you're saying. But I think this is a good point for the podcast.
What do you mean a good point?
We're 74 minutes in, so
No, it's a good time to end the podcast.
Yes.
It's a good point for the podcast.
Yes. You see, you know me. Anyway,
I do know you.
thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Goodbye.